Oh, dear hearts, all of these expanded dear hearts, the ones who've recently done this level of training, and all of those who were also uplifted by this particular group connection, who have done this awakening practice before. I will continue to reinforce the knowing, not concept, the knowing by direct heart experience of the interconnectedness of all of you in this sacred circle, this divine light circle. Because everything that I am offering, everything that Mellow amplifies while exemplifying how this feels and looks like in human form, is an activation. Because you have all opened yourself to the commitments. And as I shared yesterday, those commitments, every single line, is an activation invocation. And by reading it daily, by allowing that faith and trust in your surrendered state, that those higher levels of divine self-knowing, of owning the magnificence of your own higher self, are activations that will, over time and practice, become truly known and lived experiences. It is absolutely valid that the energies of transformation, radical energies of transformation, which began the next level of that only yesterday, in perfect timing with what occurred at that retreat, is now super powerfully, cosmically assisting your rapid ascension experiences to become your lived experiences. In the teachings, the invocation to surrender your experience and noticing of what's around you by coming into the softness, the slowness, the groundedness, the connectedness of breathing in, pausing in peace, breathing out, pausing in peace, and repeating this for several more breaths, witnessing ease and grace becoming more known through heart-aware experience. Because you are heart-centered divine beings. And you are all way showers for all those other divine heart-centered beings who are not able yet to bring their focus into their own divine hearts. So the invitation now is to see, to sense, to feel your own beautiful heart center. That green sphere with the radiant high heart pink hue on the upper side of it, pulsing in your heart chamber, pulsing in the center of your chest, pulsing to expand out through the whole of your etheric body to the outside extremities of your physical body, being so fully in your own heart center that when you breathe now, you find your breath starting in the heart and the lungs come along. And that breath, as you fill your lungs, has to absolutely rise up through the throat chakra, the third eye, the crown, the causal, up as high as the soul star, And then as you fill the lungs, comes around outside of you, and on the out breath comes back around in every direction to enter back in through the perineum, up into the sacral chakra, then the power space, the solar plexus, and back into the heart. Breathing in and expanding up and around, breathing out and enveloping back into your own essential core in your heart space. Continuing to breathe easily and gracefully inside your own toroidal energy sphere, your divine love sphere, that does spread out around you beyond the limit of your own arm's length, does extend out beyond you, beyond your arms in front of you and behind you. You are enveloped in a field of divine conscious love. And the invitation is that when you sit to meditate, in the morning, the evening, maybe both, maybe some other time of the day, should you wake up in the middle of the night and you choose then to go into meditation rather than struggle with trying to go to sleep again, the invitation here is to simply breathe consciously into your toroidal breath field before you go further into any other more ornate form of meditative experience. Because this is the basis of the much more profound, powerful yet complex double counter-rotating pyramid meditations and the infinity loop. Your heart center is the center of your connection to your own higher self, the center of your connection to your innate divinity. Breathing and energizing in equal measure, in complete faith and trust that your heart field does indeed extend out way beyond your physical form. Whether you are standing tall out in the world, whether you are sitting comfortably in your chosen meditation space, whether you are lying down in bed with your intention, with your capacity to create your own field, you do not have to be sitting vertically to experience your own toroidal breath field. Letting yourself truly surrender to the exquisite softness and safety and subtle yet powerful truth that you are a divine conscious being who is radiating that profound love frequency all around you. And that when you are in close association with others, whether members of your soul family, whether members of your biological family, even when you're in the shop, as you get out of your car to go to that shop, just take a couple of moments to activate your toroidal breath before you engage in the world at large. And you will witness, most assuredly, over time, that your effect upon others around you, and thus what comes back to you, is all shaped by that love that you have using your intention, your breath, and your visualization. What you have given out is what you receive back, magnified, because any love vibration you give out is divinely ordained to be magnified in the way it is reflected back to you. So profound, so completely in balance, so harmonizing, so peace creating, and so truthfully giving you a direct lived experience that you are the diagram of the 6 heart virtues, that you are centered in divine love, and those virtuous qualities that you have also studied, practiced, activated inside yourselves. You stand upon humility. From there, you develop the capacity to find forgiveness because you have found the understanding, using graceful courage, to appreciate that those with whom you are interacting are warranting of forgiveness because they also have their individual issues to deal with, and this empowers compassion. When you truly, consciously give yourself the direct lived experience of all 6 virtues surrounding your divine heart within your experience of the toroidal field, you are an emissary of divine love. You are a way shower. You are a path creator. And you are literally crystallizing in the etheric realm all of these virtues and all of this divine love that is enduring. It rises up out of your physical form, via your etheric form and your cord of connection to the higher realms, and then spreads out into that field of human consciousness. When you truly let yourself believe this, then you experience it even more profoundly. And that in turn gives you that consciousness to make these 2 practices combined as one the basis upon which you begin your day. If, as many do, you arise in the morning, attend to your bodily needs, and then go to sit in your sacred meditation space, and you activate your toroidal field, you visualize and intone the 6 virtues before you go further in your meditation. You have then set that in activation to conduct that through the rest of your day. And if you choose to read the commitments before going to sleep in the evening, as people used to do only a couple of generations ago, to pray before sleep. If you keep the commitments on your phone or by your bedside table, and you read them to yourself and your partner, if they are willing, out loud, or you simply read them to yourself as that is what is required, before entering into the rested state, then you are reprogramming your subconscious with the profundity of those commitments. And should you choose to take this even further, When you first awaken in the morning, do not jump out of bed and start scrolling or making breakfast. When you have the time, count backwards from 20 down to 1 to keep yourself in the alpha brainwave state. And then recount the commitments to yourself. You might have them audibly on your phone. You might have started to remember a whole aspects of what they are. And when you give yourself those wordings in the first thing in the morning and last thing at night, they become not merely concepts, but actual lived experience. For they were given to you all most definitively as the pathway forward. And so all of the meditation practices which you are learning and practicing are ways to activate that your higher self comes in to be the wise one living inside your embodiment. Because this is the pathway to becoming Homo luminous. And yes, there are more trainings which shall be offered in due course in Adelaide come the winter solstice time. Because many of you will be ready by then to experience another quantum leap in living as conscious divine heart beings. It is my greatest joy to witness you all becoming in these ways so at peace, so beyond your old patterns of judgment and limitation, and finding that your own divine heart is the center of you, is your guiding light, and is your radiant light to go out into the field of consciousness all around you. I and we, who in our higher dimensional state witness you all becoming thus so enlightened. Yes, dear hearts, you are becoming enlightened, literally, conceptually, and etherically. Becoming angels on earth, guiding angels on earth. So we say thank you from the most beautiful space inside our own hearts, honoring that most beautiful space inside all of your hearts, where your connections are simply becoming more and more and more profoundly known, because with faith and trust, in a surrendered consciousness permission state, you are all intimates with each other in the heart. And that is so powerful, so graceful, so beautiful. Thank you, each and every one of you, those online and those who shall hear this later, because this is our blessing to you in gratitude and appreciation of what you are surrendering yourselves to become for the highest good of all. Blessings be.